Hi, welcome back to the channel, and we'll get right into it. As I promised, this segment is all going to be about the logistics of getting your personal belongings from wherever you are to abroad, the things that you should be aware of, things that I wasn't aware of, which were very costly. And I'm going to just back up and give you the insight of how this all came about. After the dreaded D word and possessions were all separated, I lost my home, my vehicles, my work vehicles, and I got granted a small amount of money in percentage of what the estate was all about. And it was something that was very bitter in understanding that I had spent 40 plus years of my life creating this, and it all got taken away. Again, I allowed it, or I got myself in a position. I was very fortunate that I had a very good lady lawyer who became also a very close friend of mine, which really helped me out. When the legal system gave me the few things that I can take, and mostly it was my portable hand tools, a handful, and very small amount of stuff. The rest was all taken away after I was thrown out of my own home, which I owned before I was legally married. But that's for another video. What I'd like to emphasize is the things that you should have in knowledge so that you can make an informed decision on how you're going to go about it in transferring your stuff from wherever you are abroad. Unless this is very high valued, antique, and very personal, I would suggest, and as I had it suggested by a few very good shipping companies, sell the stuff where you are and buy it new to where you're going. This way you're avoiding the logistics, you're avoiding the packaging, because you have to pack them and not pack them for around the block. You have to pack them as going across overseas. There's a different packing procedure. Now, it's something that you have to really look at and really understand what you're going to be doing. And once you know, then it's easier to make an informed decision. Otherwise, you're basing it on facts that you don't have. Facts that I hope that I can give you. And the first point is the cost. If you're taking a lot of stuff, it's going to cost a lot. It also takes months to arrive because it's going by ship. If it's a smaller amount, it costs you more, but you can send it by air. The cost is what's going to make the difference for you and what your budget is. When all that is all said and done, you also have the thing of a small amount of theft, a small amount of breakage, and things that I'm sure you're aware of. When we pass that stage, if I knew what I knew today, I would have sold everything in Canada, which I didn't have the choice to do that, so I would have lost it, because my ex-partner's legal team gave a time limit that when the house is sold, I have 30 days before the house is taken possession by a different owner. Otherwise, if I don't have my stuff in place or taken, it goes to disposal. And through creative lawyers that my ex-partner had, they were delaying me not being able to pick up my stuff The shipping companies were phoning to the appropriate telephone number, no replies. So finally, my very blessed lawyer took it upon herself to take her vehicle and go and pick up the 7-8 small boxes packed that I had packed anyways years before, and to also receive my tools, which a lot of them had been altered and they had been taken out, removed, and put with heavier stuff so that I would pay a lot of shipping costs, because it goes by the weight of the products that you're selling, or not selling, pardon me, that you're sending. So that was the other orchestrate of, call it, the legal team getting the better hand on me. And that's expected. And that I acknowledge. After that, when my lawyer picked up my small amount of possession, she took them to the shipping company. They, in return, sent them to Germany. Everything went as smooth as silk. But when I take the amount that I paid for the equipment, and also this was nothing to do with the shipping company, this was done from my ex-partner, the removal of stuff that I had been granted through the legal system, to change it with stuff that was actually garbage. So when I take the net value of what I received to what I paid, I was better off just to let it all go and lose everything. And that is something you have to keep in mind if you're in that type of situation. Next, when it arrived, that was the only thing that I had of my previous work, my previous life, and the 45 years I spent creating a home, creating everything, vehicles. Yes, my partner did help out, but the creation was all pretty well way ahead of me meeting her and being married. And that's just something that I have to myself understand and accept. Okay, next thing that I'd like to give my wisdom and my knowledge is that it's not only you're going to be shipping the stuff overseas, you have to, if you get a shipping company, they do everything for you, and even do the delivery from the receiving end to where you live. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it any other way, so I had to pay the premium price to have turnkey service, which it was exactly as they stated. And I got my stuff in order, because what you have to do is somebody has to take it to the shipping dock from where it's leaving. Then you also have to turn around and have a receiving broker, which you have to hire if you do it all on your own. And then you also have to have a receiving broker at the other end. And when it's shipped, they store it for you for, let's say, a day or two. After that, if you don't pick it up from the receiver's dock, then you are charged storage fees every day till it's picked up. Another thing to keep in mind, if you're going to turn around and you're going to do it all by yourself and just get the different parts of the shipping done, you're going to have to also fill out forms. You're going to have to make sure that you have accommodations of where they're going to be stored. And I would suggest, if you're doing it, do a turnkey package with the shipping company that you're going to use. This way you alleviate a lot of headache. From my knowledge and what I know today, I would say that take it upon yourself to really take a good look at what you're shipping. Is it really valuable? Is it heirlooms from past generations down to you? Are they of value as antique? Then you can make a better informed decision. Otherwise, sell everything. You have the time before you move, sell everything and reestablish that same amount of stuff at the other end where you're moving. How you can actually reinvent yourself. It's not going to be an easy process, and it's not something that, oh, if I do this and that, this happens automatically. No, it's not. It's not at all. And I can just say lately that I've removed myself from survival mode and I'm going into the path of growth, is the best way to say it. This is painful, what I'm saying. It's not something that I've ever taken lightly, to lose your family and to be displaced, but it happens to somebody every day, every minute of every day. Somebody's going through a lot worse, a lot less, and that's just the basis of why I created this channel. I want Greeceunlimited to not only reflect the beauty of Greece in that, but reflect a lifestyle that I feel that one can have, where other areas cannot give you this lifestyle. Living in Germany for 8+ years, I learned a lot. I learned the European way of doing things, and it's a whole different mindset. And in my viewpoint, Europe in technologies and medicine and overall qualities is ahead. Basing it on what I know from Germany itself, it's the 4th strongest economy in the world. That says something. It's the #1 economy in Europe. That also says something. I've seen the people there. I gotta say, I've met some wonderful souls, people that I'm still friends with. I became a part of a person's family, which is very dear and close to me. And I understood everything that had happened for a reason. And I do miss my family a lot, and I miss my child, but because of the circumstances and things that are really out of my control, all I can do is ask. I'm feeling the pain, and that pain comes with strength. And if you're thinking of moving, you have to have the mindset of the place that you're going to be living, not where you're coming from. United States is United States, Canada is Canada, and Europe is Europe. And they all have differences. And if you're trying to establish yourself in Europe, being from Canada and United States, it's a whole different lifestyle. You can see it. Ask me what I would prefer, exactly where I am in Greece. It's it's a warm feeling to be here. After all the losses, after all the heartbreaks, after all the things that have happened, moving from Germany to Greece, I knew that this would be the start for me of a different life. Irregardless what people are going to say and how they're going to judge me, because again, everybody knows your life better than you yourself living it. And that's just a given. That's just people.